So today I wanted to do my BookTubeAthon TBR. BookTubeAthon is July 30th through August. It lasts a week, so whatever a week from July 30th is. And there are 7 challenges, so I'm gonna do those now. So the first challenge is to flip a coin to see which book is read first. I'm gonna do that at the end just because then I can explain the 2 books that I am flipping between. So the second challenge is to read a book about something you want to do. So for this challenge I'm going to read Eliza and Her Monsters. This book is about like a web artist in high school and some guy who's also an artist shows up. But I love art, I like to create, and I would love to be better at it and post more of that. So yes, and this book is kind of intimidating for me because there is no audiobook for this, and it's 400 pages and there are some drawings and whatnot, but a book that has no audiobook that's so big intimidates me, even though it's a YA book. Well, it just intimidates me for a book, for a readathon, just because I feel like there's so much pressure to actually finish the books and I need to be okay with not. Anyway, the third challenge is a book to movie adaptation, and I'm so excited because I just finished As You Wish, which is the inconceivable tales of how the Princess Bride movie was made, and so I've been wanting to reread The Princess Bride, especially since I haven't read this one with the illustrations yet, so of course I'm not going to be able to find an illustrated page. So I'm super excited to reread this book, rewatch the movie. It's going to be so good, so much fun. So then the fourth challenge is to read a book with green on the cover. 2 books that qualify for this. One is A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, and also Twelfth Night. I've been meaning to read these for a while. Twelfth Night, I was serving at a school last year and they did this play and I ended up not being able to read the play or go to it, so at least I'll finally be reading it. But yeah, Shakespeare and then James Joyce. I know nothing about this book, I know very little about this play, but they're both nice and short, so good to read-a-thon. So the 5th challenge is to wear a hat the entire time of reading a book. And since it's summer, I'm wearing a lightweight hat, but since I am a knitter crocheter, I am working on reopening my store on Etsy. It is a hat that I knit, but it's a lightweight hat. It's nice and thin, good for hiking, and very colorful. But anyway, I will be wearing this hat while reading, in my own words, the autobiography of Bigfoot. This is volume 1. There's at least 2 other volumes, and A, Bigfoot makes sense to wear a hat, especially when good for hiking, and B, it's a short book and this hat is warmish, warm enough to not want to wear in 90-degree weather. So yeah, this, again, super short book, very interesting illustrations, kind of blotchy-ish. I don't know, apparently I'm going all out on the illustrations for this. 6th challenge is to read a book with a beautiful spine, and again, I kind of chose 2 books for this. Originally I went with Odyssey, which it's not the best spine, I guess, but for some reason I chose it. But I definitely love the spine and cover of Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. This is a modern classic. I've heard so many people talk about it and I haven't read it yet, but it's dystopian. The classic dystopian, I'm gonna call it. Modern classic dystopian is so different than modern dystopian, and I love that genre more than some modern dystopian. they just tend to be a bit more thought-provoking and less the end. Life is horrible. Yes, but I love the illustrations and the red and black and white, and it's pretty. It's a pretty cover. So now I'm going to get a coin and do the heads or tails. So I'm doing one of the first books. It's either going to be the Odyssey or Eliza and Her Monsters. So I picked the Odyssey, even though it sounds like a weird book to start with. A, these are the two biggest books, so getting them over sooner will, I don't know, make me feel better. And B, I really want to stay up all night one night reading the Odyssey. So the school that I was serving at last year usually does a readathon of the Odyssey, like all night. They're staying up and just reading the Odyssey and drinking lots of coffee and occasionally taking like exercise breaks or something. And so that sounds like an amazing idea. So even if it's not my first book, I might just stay up one night reading it. We'll see how that goes. But and then Eliza and Her Monsters, again, it's the biggest book. There is no audiobook, so it's intimidating, so I just kind of want to jump into it and get it over with. So there's a fish on the Odyssey's cover, so that'll be tails, and Eliza and Her Monster will be heads because there are two heads on this cover. Heads, Eliza and Her Monsters, tails, the Odyssey. Oh geez. And it landed on tails. Oh look, it's a New Hampshire. So I will be reading the Odyssey as the first book. Yay! I'm excited for that. Anyway, that is what I plan on reading for the BookTubeAthon. Hope you are having a great day. Let me know if you are participating in the BookTubeAthon, and if so, what book are you most excited for? So that is it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Go live your life. Bye!